I'd eat at Pete's Fry Hole. Let's not, you know what, let's not prevaricate here, chat. You have eaten Pete's Fry Hole on more than one occasion. But, you know, you promised me you wouldn't kiss and tell. Specialty burger place up the road that does Parmesan truffle fries. Cooking them in truffle oil makes a world of difference. Probably also makes them very expensive. And once again, Chad is falling into the Pete's Fry Hole. PeteCon 2018 at Pete's Fry Hole in Podunk, Utah. I'm on board. How great would it be if there actually was a town in Utah called Podunk? Somebody please Google that. And also, if there's not a town in Utah called Podunk, just lie to me and tell me there is. We should check the stagecoach. I really want to go to Podunk, Utah, though. Well, Rose is higher level, and I don't... Do we want a second antiquarian? Kinda not. I'd really love to have a Newt Gunray. And I feel like antiquarian would be the perfect class for Newt Gunray. You have terrible quirks, though. Nah, we're gonna pass on you. Sorry, Newt Gunray. Maybe in another day. We could use a Darth Vader. Who am I kidding? We need more healers. Why can't I get a leveled up? I want another Hellion. My last two slots, I want a Vestal and a Hellion. That's really all I'm looking at. I come down here and window shop, and all I'm doing is teasing myself. It's not going to happen, Pete. It's not going to happen. Let's go check our missions, then. There's a Podunk guard station in Utah. You know what? Close enough. There are no Podunks west of the Mississippi, surprisingly. Wait, implying that there's a Podunk east of the Mississippi? Please tell me it's in Alabama. I would accept a Podunk, Alabama, as well. I kind of want this man-at-arms shield, I'm not going to lie. I have to go into Pete's Fry Hole, we hit up the guard station. This is Dead Rat. Okay, Chat, I'm going to ask for some light spoilers here. There are Podunks in Michigan, New York, Vermont, and Tennessee. The only one of those that actually makes sense is Tennessee. That's Podunk, New York? No, it just doesn't. Podunk, Vermont sounds like an oxymoron. Vermont's all upscale and Tony, and, you know, riddled with maple syrup. They're basically South Canada. Speaking of which, Canada, when are you guys going to annex Vermont to New Hampshire and fucking save us the trouble? Could you guys hurry up with that? We wouldn't mind going back down to 48 states, and we're not going to miss Vermont or New Hampshire. Just take them and call them Ontario South or something. Light spoilers, though. Somebody explain to me how the rat carcass works. Like, if we have the rat carcass equipped, could we just not die even if we're wasting? So we could get those trinkets that have badass wasting benefits, and then also just carry around the rat carcass? Right after we annex Washington. No, you can't have Washington. We're keeping that one. In fact, we're trading you. We get British Columbia, and you guys get New Hampshire and Vermont. You know what? Fuck it. We'll throw in Maine, too. New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. We get BC, though. The rat carcass is then very tempting. Do we have a team that could fight the Brigand 8-pounder, though? Probably not. With the rat carcass, they can stay in the hamlet, and you can never take them out. Yeah, that's... I mean, we do have Captain Phasma. She's got a little bit more stress than we're comfortable with, but... we could maybe make a go of this with a not ideal team. It'd be Captain Phasma and Django for certain. We'd have to have a healer who would be Princess Leia, and then we got Sheev Palpatine. We don't have much for rank 4 power, though. Oh, hell no, I ain't calling Trump my president. We're not trading government or officials or leaders, although we'll definitely trade you Trump for Trudeau, like, any day of the week. Don't get me wrong. Alright, we can... You know what? I think we can actually make this work. I want the rat carcass. What are our other options just to see... Okay, the shield we don't care about. We can't kill the Baron. We also have a champion level dungeon. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. Watch me jump on that one. Solar Crown is actually fucking amazing, though. I live in BC. I don't want to become part of the U.S. We're not annexing the people. We're taking a territory. If you live in BC when we annex it, you got to move to Saskatchewan or, like, Manitoba. We're not taking the citizens. We're just taking the land. If you live in BC, we're going to move you to, like, Bangor, Maine. And that's your trade-off. It's not as nice, but, you know, the real estate values are way down. Like, what a house would cost you in, like, Vancouver, you could buy an actual mansion in Maine. Yeah, we're going to go get this rat carcass, then. Let's get our trinkets equipped. This fight's going to take 275 trillion years, and I'm well aware of it going into it. But at some point, we have to kill this guy anyway. Let's just get it taken care of. So we'll take the bonus accuracy, and I want my gloves, the damage gloves. Where's my surgeon's gloves? Sort by rarity. Need those surgeon's gloves back, though. Where they at? There we go. So now we have huge accuracy and huge crit on our leper. That's going to let him do ruinous damage. What do we want to go for here? Bonus damage against humans. You know what? I will take away the dodge. I will lose the dodge for the bonus damage because fighting the Brigand 8-pounder, that's all humans. Bounty Hunter's Claw could get us some of that dodge back, as well as +1 speed. But honestly, I'd rather lower your speed. And you know what? If we're tanking your dodge, maybe we just go... Now, you know what's better? Accuracy. Let's make sure that those strikes are connected with their target. Vestal, I don't know what the hell to give you. We still have nothing that helps you at all. Take this survival guide, I guess. No, that's... You know, we may, for the Brigand 8-pounder fight, give you a stun and have you try and stun the matchman rather than... Or would we rather just have you kill him? Your dodge is already in the toilet. Take a little bit of damage. And then let's just give you a dodge stone to offset it. It sucks, but it's the best we can do. And your trinkets here, Captain Phasma, are just already, like... I love it when we have a class that makes this easy. There you go. You're done. You got your bunny rabbit and you got your shoes. We should also, if we're going to go fight the Brigand 8-pounder, we should do all of our skills and maintenance as well. That trinket you put on the Arbalist is for melee attacks. It has nothing to do with melee attacks, though. It's bonus healing skills and reduced stress. That's it. Skills, then. To the guild. So, Django, are you all tooled up? Django's all tooled up. Leia, you all tooled up? Leia's all tooled up. Palpatine's all tooled up. Phasma, not all tooled up. Now you're tooled up. Speaking of tooled up, let's also hit the blacksmithery. This is pricey. Phasma's going to be really important for us here, as is she. Oh, God. Palpatine has level 1 equipment. Well, there goes the rest of our cash. Leia, I'm sorry. You're going to have to do without. And Django, I think you're already okay, right? All right. Yeah, we're out of cash. Like, the rest of our money is getting spent on provisions here to fight the 8-pounder. We're not going to be able to take him down. So what do we want? Well, we know where we're going. We're going to take a minimum of shovels. Give me... This is a medium-length mission, though. You know what? I'm going to gamble that 2's enough. That should be good on torches. Give me 4 extra food. We're going to economize here. I'm taking 1 anti-venom, 1 bandage. I'm not even going to take holy water. I'm not taking laudanum. We don't need blood. That's it. We're down to 886 gold. Spend no more.
Simple folk,
Rip your money.
Nature loquacious.
Yeah, but if we get that dead
denizens
rat
of
out of the
Hamlet
bargain,
were no
I'll feel like
exception.
the money was well
It was
spent.
not long before rumors of my morbid
Nothing like
genius
horking
and
all your
secret
cash for a
excavations
sweet,
began to
sweet
fuel
dead
local
rat.
legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
You know, the more times you listen to the ancestor's memory, the more you realize he was kind of a douchebag, and the less and
The
less you
smell
feel
of
sorry for
sulfur
him.
and gunpowder hangs in the air.
Like, you kind of don't want to
War
even
machines
help him because you
close.
realize the guy's a monster douche, and you just be like, no, you know what? He kind of deserves to die. Why am I here trying to restore his amulet? Maybe his amulet? I guess I made a portmanteau of a Danish prince and a piece of neckwear. It's a amulet. Alternatively, I suppose a amulet could be an amulet made of an actual ham. Like, it'd be the most delicious neckwear of all time. Pete, you smell really good today. What is it? You got a new cologne or something? No, man, it's a amulet. I got a giant prosciutto ham suspended around my neck. Smells like $18 a pound. Okay, that's actually quite a bit of stress. So we're going to hit you with the mark and hopefully pull you forward simultaneously. That worked perfectly. Then get cut in half by Emperor.
Destroy them all.
Shoot for the face. And then... That's my girl, Princess Leia, right there.
Faint hope blossomed.
Just saw Ant-Man and Wasp. Pretty good. Remember to stay for the post-credit scene. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so you pretty much just hang out till the end of the credits. What do we want to do now, though? I guess we'll just start wrecking shop and hewing heads off. No spoilers? Yeah, I mean, I wholeheartedly endorse the no spoilers.
Strike.
Ant-Man and Wasp is out. Yeah, it came out today.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I haven't seen Ant-Man and Wasp yet, Poseidon, but I'm still going to spoil it for you. Evangeline Lilly and Paul Rudd make up and get back together.
Confidence surges as the
Hashtag
enemy
spoiled.
crumbles. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Do we need the excess food? No, what we need to do is get rid of this, like, some of your stress. We have no stress mitigation whatsoever. I was hoping that one would actually contain more than just food for a change, because we definitely didn't need the food. Every time I want it to contain food, it has valuables, and every time I want it to contain valuables, it has food, because beast carcasses hate me. Pack has a map inside, which was apparently blank. Oh, nope, there it goes. Apparently Captain Phasma is just kind of a slow reader. She didn't do well in school. That's why she joined the army. She was like, you know,
May we find victory.
here I am graduating, but I only read at like a 5th grade level, looking for a career that will allow me to indulge in my more violent tendencies, but also not require an excess of like self-determinism. I really would just like someone smarter than me to tell me what to do a lot, so I'm going to join the military. Not firing shots at any military personnel or anything, by the way. Just, you know, this is Captain Phasma's particular story arc. This is how things worked for her. I'm not saying that's the common experience. I'm saying Captain Phasma is aware that she has flaws and weaknesses, like leaving that guy alive with 1 fucking health. A flaw which Emperor Palpatine apparently fucking shares. She could use the Space GI Bill to learn how to read. She knows how to read, she's just not good at it. Captain Phasma has street smarts. Like, she knows what's going on in the streets, man.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
You say no shots fired right as I'm typing shots fired. How's your bleed resistance? Terrible. That should kill you then. That's actually a pretty hardy bleed. 3 a round per 3 rounds, 9 damage. Palpatine's got some problematic issues going on, although he is hitting like a fucking train at the moment. That guy's gonna bleed to death. You know what? Patch up Palpatine, because he's got issues.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Mace Windu reflected some force lightning back into his face, because, you know, that's how lightning works. Then again, I mean, it's actual literal magic. Maybe it is how force lightning works. Who knows?
Remind yourself.
The blackest of fates. Yeah, I can go right on the ground. I believe if we pour holy water into this fountain, we get a buff, but we don't have any holy water, so I'm just going to drink out of it. It did literally nothing. I think that actually might be a heal. Pack has a map inside. Already been looted? Nope.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
Nah, I mean, she's not a victim of anything. I brought a shovel, so everything's good. There was no victimizing going on here. It was victimless crime. I just cut it down with a shovel. Because, you know, shovels are typically the tool you use when you got to slice through a bramble. No Crimson Curse, though. Also, stop stressing my Arbalist. Or just every single one of you throw a maddening wine at my Arbalist. Also good. Okay, I hate all of you. Please die. Try and soften up the back ranks, because Palpatine's going to take that dude down, I'm confident. Yeah, there you go. Down to 2 flies. 1 fly, 2 fly, red fly, blue fly. Don't get the disease. No Crimson Curse. We don't care about the heals. God. What did I just say, Palpatine? What did I just say? Don't get the Crimson Curse. What do? Get the Crimson Curse. Also, you shouldn't be able to get the Crimson Curse. You already have fucking leprosy. How many diseases could you possibly be afflicted with at the same time? You're already a leper.
Impressive.
Guess it's a good thing we came down here to get that dead rat. We're gonna need it.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Emperor Palpatine is gonna turn into Willard.
Wealth beyond measure.
Yeah, yeah, disease.
And the foolhardy alike.
You know what, Palpatine? Eat my butt. What's that? Crimson Curse, you say? What about this disease charm? I say throw it in the ground. That's what I say, because it's too little too late, Darkest Dungeon. Munch my butthole. Oh good, more Crimson Curse. We're really starting to fight Crimson Court monsters outside the Crimson Court with relatively alarming frequency. I don't like it. Might be able to one-shot you.
Obliterated.
Beautiful. Palpatine. We knew you weren't going to one-shot the pair of those guys, but we can get both of the Mosquito Men. The Crimson Court invades other areas way too much. I tend to agree. That's actually one thing I feel like Red Hook should probably pass on the balance a little bit, is that the Crimson Curse monsters, or the Crimson Court monsters rather, need to show up outside of the Crimson Court dramatically less frequency. With dramatically less frequency. I understand that their preponderance to appear does go up as the infection level or whatever the mechanic they have rises, which is fine. Just the baseline needs to be about 25% as often as it currently is. Because they're out here way too damn much. In fact, when the infection level gets really high, you're basically more likely to fight a Crimson Court mob than you are to fight just a garden variety mob. And that's way too often. We have 1 billion food. We might as well eat it before the final fight here with the 12-pounder. 8-pounder, 12-pounder, 15-pounder, whatever it is. Some size that hams come in.
Marvel of technology. An engine of destruction.
So, kill this. Did they lower the protection on this guy a little bit? You know what we should have brought for this mission? We should have brought a fucking shield breaker. Shield breaker, though, Pete, would have been beautiful. You're not wrong. A shield breaker would have been fantastic because it would have taken the 8-pounder. We're gonna, next time we fight the brigand 8-pounder or the 12-pounder or any other variety of, any other numerical version of pounding, we're definitely bringing a shield breaker. You should not be able to light that cannon from there. I was unaware that you could light it from the first position because Chad is a fucking liar. If I had known that was the case, I would have definitely killed the matchman. Because we're going to have a hard time healing that. So you definitely need to die. Does that bleed enough? That bleed is enough. Well, start flinging out heals here, Captain Phasma. We don't actually need you doing damage to the marked target at this point. We gotta try and get our health back from the giant cannonball to the face that we just took. We also need to get a mark on that cannon at some point. Palpatine's wrecking it pretty good.
Another abomination.
Thought about marking him, then realized we're probably better to just have Phasma shoot him in the face hole. Don't recall chat saying that he couldn't light that thing. Very definitively, chat said that he couldn't light it from the first position. Chat's a liar. Summoning up another matchman. Must have been in YouTube chat. No, it was definitely in Twitch chat because it was PJ.
Be gone, fiend.
That was a fantastic critical from our boy, by the way. Get blind fired. It feels like we should be able to mark a size 2 monster with that mark.
Precision and power.
God damn it, way to publicly shame me, Pete. Hey, it's your fault. But we learned a valuable lesson. PJ, you know what? Not necessarily did he lie. I mean, he could just be kind of dumb. Never attribute to malice that which can be equally explained by stupidity. Poseidon J's razor is going to apply here. We're chewing through the brigand 8-pounder pretty quick, actually. We may have came over prepared. He summoned some more reinforcements, but it's not really going to matter.
Another one falls.
Yeah, whatever. Give me your blanket fire for 2 damage, and then Palpatine's going to cut you in half.
A corpse of twisted metal and splintered wood. At home amongst the headstones.
I guess the second guy just decided to die of grief? No, my precious cannon! You shot it! Oh, I can't live without it. I actually want this bleed charm. We don't have one. I guess we'll ditch the key. You know what? We'll ditch everything. Fuck it. Get rid of all that stuff. We're going to continue adventuring because we have more than enough food here. We might as well get some stress relief while we can.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
PJ's razor seems accurate enough in principle. Pete, why you gotta bully me? Be best. No, I mean, you'd already know this. It's the Be Worst campaign. We have nothing to prevent night. No, we should have Sanctuary. Yeah. Stop the nighttime ambush. Do we have any other stress relief stuff? Nope. Well, I guess we'll pray. That gives us 5. I mean, here, field dressing. Can you cure the Crimson Curse? Nope. Oh, well, alright then. Let's rest and get out of the dungeon. You know, from a stress perspective, we actually did respectable, except for Captain Phasma. What the hell is praying gonna do?
A blazing star.
It gave us 5 stress relief. That's what it did. We had time and nothing to do with it. I didn't say it was a good idea. Just, you know, better than nothing. 4,500 gold. More importantly, we got a rat that we can let Palpatine gnaw on now that he's got the Crimson Curse. We're starting to get ranked up here relatively quickly. Diurnal, that's a negative trait we don't care about at all. Gothic. Sweet. Palpatine's goth. He's gone full emo. You can't see it because he's wearing a mask, but underneath that he's got like a lot of really heavy mascara and some pale face cake powder. Robust is useful. That'll help us fight off the inevitable Crimson Curse. Captain Phasma has a lazy eye. That's fucking terrible. And she's a daredevil, which is basically a wash. But we got to get rid of that lazy eye. If only we weren't destitute.
An exquisite example of craftsmanship.
A jorb well done.
Utility.
Jorb. Chat, we got a jorb well done. Somebody's getting a free armor upgrade. Who was it we were trying to upgrade previous to the mission and realized we couldn't afford that upgrade? It was somebody, and now that it's somebody, it's just going to be ours. We got to get rid of that lazy eye. All right, Phasma. Get in here and ditch stupid lazy eye. You're a nervous bleeder. Okay. I don't know about you, Chad, but I often bleed extra hard when nervous. Why don't they just call that quirk whatever the fear of the sight of blood is? Because there's like a phobia. It has a name and whatnot. Jen Urso, are you dying from the Crimson Curse? Yeah, let's go ahead and give you a rat to gnaw on then. Anybody else got problems with your Luke Skywalker's in craving territory? Palpatine is just cursed. Orasing is wasting. Well, actually, they'll drink blood as they need it, though, right? Like, our heroes won't let themselves die. If we have blood in our inventory, they will use it. And we should have plenty of blood, right? I would love that I can't see how much blood that I actually have. Can I see how much blood I have, please? Apparently not. I would like to know how much blood I have in my inventory. Whatever. Urso, go back to gnawing on this rat because I just took the rat away from you. I gave you a delicious rat and then I took it away from you. But if nothing else, that will save us some blood. And also, I think that's where we're going to wrap up the stream for this evening. We've run our scheduled course. We're making some progress. We're going to at some point have to go into the Crimson Court, though. I'm not looking forward to it because it takes forever. But maybe that's what we'll do next stream. We'll go tangle with the Baron once or twice. We're not actually going to get to the Baron, but we can start chewing our way through that gigantic monstrosity of a dungeon he's in. We should get rid of a couple of these diseases while we're at it, though, because some of them really are terrible. Vampiric Spirit's not so bad. Hemophilia is actually quite shitty. You have every disease ever, though, Chewbacca. Lethargy is trash. I mean, all of these suck. Just pick one at random. We can't go too crazy with the disease removal, though, because we're almost broke. Spotted fever. You know what? It's fine. We'll have to go on our next mission. It's going to have to be something that involves Rose Tico, because we need to take an antiquarian into the dungeon so we can get some swag. We need money. I mean, I want you to be a Lando Calrissian, don't get me wrong. I really do. But I much would rather have upgrades for the blacksmith than I would... I'm sorry, Lando, I can't make room on the roster for you. Our last 2 spots are reserved for a Hellion and a Vestal. I hate like the Dickens to do it, much like I hate like the Dickens to wrap up the stream, but I'm going to do it anyway.